Okay, so on the left we have a division problem. Okay, so we're going to divide this binomial on the top by a monomial on the bottom. Okay, and this is how you do it. Right, straightforward. Two things both divided by 2x cubed. What's 8 divided by 2? It's 4. What's x5 divided by x3? We'll think subtract exponents. That's going to give you x2. Okay, so you've done this part. Okay, you've just done that. Now let's do this one. Okay, so it's got a plus in between. Right, what's 10 divided by 2? It's 5. Now then, what's x cubed over x cubed? Remember this from maybe previously? You could think of it as x0, but anything divided by itself is 1. Okay, or you can think you've just cancelled it. Okay, because if you do put a 1 there, 5 times 1 is still 5. So x cubed over x cubed, you kind of think, okay, it's gone. All right, just 5 left. That's the answer. Okay, you've just done a division of a binomial with a monomial. Okay, doesn't matter how many things you've got on the numerator. Okay, if it's a trinomial, just divide each one of them by whatever it is you've got on the bottom. Okay, now let's have a look at this here. Now then, supposing we don't give you what you're supposed to divide by. Okay, now this is factoring, and you're factoring out a greatest common factor, and this is how it goes. Right, look at the 12 and the 16. What will they both divide by? Well, they'll both divide by 2. But better, they'll both divide by 4, and that's the greatest common factor for 12 and 16. They will both divide by 4. Okay? Now then, here's the new kind of concept. You've got an x7 and an x5. What will both of those divide by? I don't know. Well, let's have a think about it. An x7 will divide by an x7 and anything smaller than an x7. x7 will divide by an x6. Okay? It'll divide by an x5, an x4. Okay? You don't want anything too big. Now, the x5 that's in the second term, okay, that won't divide by the x7. The x7 is going to be too big. So here it is. This is a shortcut. You just look and see whichever the smallest exponent is. And for x7 and x5, it's going to be x5. Okay? So I can divide an x7 and an x5 by an x5. Okay? It's the greatest common factor. I can't go anything more than x5 because the x5 at the end, okay, it's going to be too small. If I divide it by an x6, again, the x5 is too small. So I've got to stick to x5. The x7's okay. Okay, it's big enough. The x5 will only divide by an x5. Okay? So, that's it. Now, once I've got that, that's the greatest common factor for x5. Now do the division. What's 12 divided by 4? It's 3. What's x7 over x5? That's x2. Okay? Right, what's 16 divided by the 4? That's 4. And again, what's x5 over x5? Leave it. That's the answer. Now, how you write it, of course, is this. Because we're not actually doing a division, we're factoring. I did the division to find out what's left when I pull this greatest common factor out. And that's how you write this, okay? It's factoring. It's not just dividing, it's factoring. And if you were to do the distributive law, think what's 4 times 3? 12, x5, x2, x7. 4 times 4, 16. And x5, there's no other x's to change it, it stays x5. Okay? So that is you factoring. I think I'll do one more. I'll do kind of a big one. Watch this. Okay. Right, suppose I've got 30. I'll go for x6, y8 minus 45. Let's go for x5, y9. Okay, you've got to factor that. So I've got to think to myself, okay, what can I divide them by? Right, 30 and 45, they'll both divide by 15. Yes, they'll divide by 5, but 15 is better. Okay, it's the greatest common factor. Shortcut for this now, remember, with the x's and the y's, what's the smallest x? Looks like the x5. It's got to be in both of them. Okay, I've got to have an x and y in both. To factor an x out, it's got to be in both of them. What's the smallest y? It's this one here, it's the y8. Okay? So remember, that is my greatest common factor, so 15, x5, y8 is my greatest common factor. So if I do factor it out, what's left? Right, let's have a look. 30 divided by 15 is 2. What's x6 divided by x5? 6 take away 5 is 1, so just an x. y8 over y8? Yeah, leave it. That's it. Okay. Minus. Right, what's 45 divided by 15? Got a cat. Big can't go away. Right, 45 divided by 15. That's 3. What's x5 divided by x5? Cancelled. Gone. Or a 1, but you don't need it, okay? y9 over y8. 9 take away 8 is 1. That's my answer. So I should shut it off there, really, shouldn't I? Don't need that in bit. So that's it. That's me factoring something a little bit bigger, okay, and with more letters in it. Okay, so remember, what can you divide by? Okay, the letters becomes a little bit easier. It's just pick the smallest one, pick the smallest exponent.